So we're reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, chapter 13, verse number 9. So we read how Krishna, he sat down with his friends to have his lunch at the bank of Yamuna. He was in the center and all the friends were facing him. And they took out their food and actually going to first have their plates. So this is after the killing of Aghasura. So here in this sloka it says Kechit puspair dalai kechit pallavair ankurai falaihi shigbhi stvagbhi dushadbhischa bubujhu krita bhajana. So krita bhajana means they made their plates. Some made their plates with flowers, some with the leaves, some with the buds, some with the ankuras, some fruits, some with the lunch box which they brought with them, some with the bark of a tree, and some with the stone piece. So this is how they sat and they ate. So different. Whatever was available, they just plucked the trees, bark, leaves. Best is banana leaf. And put a lot of food on that. So Kechiditi Pushpadibhi Swaswa Bhajan Nirmanam Balkanam Pratyeka Apurva Rachna Kautuka Ichaya Evaiti Jayam. So Kechit, the sloka describes that they made their own plates, all different, and this shows that they desire to express their creative power, what all they could use to make the plate. Or you can say that they use these things to decorate their plates. They must have some their own boxes and then they beautified them with fruits, flowers, etc. So sarve mitho darshayanta swasva bhojya ruchim prathak hasanto hashyantascha abhyajavru saheshwara. So this is the way to relish your food. So they were showing to each other what they are eating, because it was not just common kitchen that everybody had the same food. Everybody got food from their own house. So everybody had something different, although maybe most articles would have been same. So but they are sarve mitho darshayanta. They are showing to each other, what do you have? Look, I got this, taste my pakoda. And I have this, my sweet rice. So therefore he says swabhojya abhiruchim prathak. So they are showing their own objects which they have brought, and they are laughing and also making others laugh, and in this way they ate their lunch with Ishvara or with Krishna. Saheshwara sa Krishna eva sarve swasva bhojyasya swasva griha anitasya bhakshyasya anya vyanjanade ruchim rochaktam darshayanta. So along with Krishna they had their own articles for eating. What is this? So the different types of food articles which they have brought with them, and they were showing the taste of it. They were tasting themselves and they are saying, you also taste it. And everybody wanted that Krishna taste their food. So that's how they enjoy. So Sviya Vataka Shaka Rasaladikam Swam Kinchit Bhuktva Ashwad Visheshaman Bhuya Bho Sakhe Bho Krishna Bho Sridaman Bho Subal Pashyata Madiya Vatkadikam Kidrisham Swadu iti. So they were eating their vada, their shak, dry sabji, and rasala, some sweet, and they will taste it themselves, kinchit bhaktva, and then they will give it to the friend, that oh friend, oh Krishna, oh Sri Daman, oh Subal, just see how tasty my vada is, or my pakoda is, how nice it is. Swabhakshya patrat tad grihitva Krishnadinam hasteshu dadanas tanstan ashvadam anubhavyanta ityartha. So they will take it from their own plate and put it in the hand of Krishna or Subal or Sridaman or other persons, and then ask him to taste it and tell how is it. And then he will give something from his plate. So they were all sharing their food. There was no restriction of eating from each other's plate like that. Generally you don't do that. So here they are children and they are enjoying. So hasanto hashyanta iti. So they are laughing and they are also making laugh. So how they are making laugh? To make someone laugh you have to do something, right? You can laugh, that is up to you. You can do laughing yoga. But you have to make someone laugh, you have to do something to laugh, right? So that's what they did. Se jati malati adi pushpani vatkantreva lakshitam arpyatva bhoka sakhaya etan ati swadu-taman vatkan ashvadaya iti yukti vishwasat saspriham grihitva tan bhunjanan katukrit mukhan drishtva hasanto hashyantas chakarai sahars kautukam tardyamana palayamanas. So what they will take, that they will take the food, and inside the food they will put some leaf, neem leaf, right, or some chili, or some flower, jati, malati, these are different flowers. So they don't taste good, and then say, just see how nice is this laddu. So some Madhumangal type of fellow is already eager. So they will take and not even take the bite, put the whole thing inside the mouth. And then when they chew it, then they get the bitter taste. So then they make the face, oh, this is so bitter. So katukrit mukhan. So when they make their face like this, then they will laugh and clap. Then just see, I fooled him. And then he will stand up to beat him up. So then he will run laughing. So this is how they were having fun, enjoying their lunch. So next sloka is very nice. It describes Krishna's beauty, how he is sitting down and eating. Bibhrad venum jathara patayo shringa vetre chakakshe vame pano mashrana kavalam tatphalanyangulishu tishthan madhye swaparisuhrido hashyan narmabhisvai Swarge loke mishati bhuje yagya bhug balakeli. So yagya bhug balakeli bhuje. So the person who takes oblations in the sacrifice with the chanting of the mantras and how everything has to be pure and don't touch this, don't touch that. So many rules. So that person is now enjoying and playing with the children, balakeli. And how he is, that is being described, bibhrad venum jathara patayo. So he has a cloth around his waist with 2 rounds and tied. And in between the 2 rounds is his flute stuck. And Shringa Vetre Chakakshay. And he has a horn and a stick which he is holding in his left armpit. It's not leaving it, it's not putting it down. It's like holding the thing here. And Vame Pano Masrina Kavalam Tat Falani Angulusi. And on the left hand he has food. Masrina Kavalam. This is yogurt and rice mixed together. Very tasty if you ever eaten it. And in between the fingers he has got some pickle. Tat Falani Angulesha. Tishtan Madhye Swaparisuhido is sitting in the midst of his friend Hasyan Narma Bhisvai, and he is making others laugh by jokes. So in this way he ate Swai Bubhuje, he ate or he was eating with his friends while the heavenly devas, they were looking at him. Swarge loke misati bhuvuje yagya bhuk bala keli. So they were wondering that how is that he is eating like this, because generally you don't even touch food with your left hand. And now he is putting the food on his left hand and eating with the right, like that. So he says, which kind of acharan is this? What is this Shistachar? We never saw this. So they are surprised.
Tat Falani here means pickle. Tat Falani. Gulishu. Pickle.
Yes.
Tat Falani can be.
Fali, you know fruit?
Yes.
Tat is a pronoun, you can apply on anything. Aam ka achar, tati ka achar. So tesu api madhye Krishnasya bhojan lilam sarva vilakshanam aha bibhraditi. So among them also, among all the cowherd boys, the Leela of Krishna eating the food, that is most extraordinary, different. He was most wonderful how he appeared, the way he was sitting. So Jathara Patiyor Udara Vastriyor Madhye Venum Bibhrat Dadat. So he has cloth around his belly, tied or waist, and there are two, either you can say there are two different cloths, or you have a long cloth which goes twice and then you put a knot to the side. So that's how he had, and in between this the flute is hanging. So Dakshina Kukshikau Evaiti. So this is on the left side, right side, the flute, Dakshina. Although in sloka there is no mention, but it says this is on the right side. Why is this? Shobha Auchityaditi. Because it looks very beautiful hanging on the right side. It's like a decoration, Vrindavan decoration. And Vamakakshe Shringavetre Vibhrat. And on the left armpit he is holding his stick and the horn. Vame Pano Mashrinam Snigdham Brihata Dadhyodana Kavalam Bibhrat. So on the left hand he is holding this snigdha, means little unctuous, because yogurt has a lot of fat in it and rice. So it is Dadhyodana Kavalam. So Bibhrat Tatfalani Taduchitani. And there are fruits. So Tatfalani means Taduchitani, means which can go along with it while eating. So Sandhita, Karila, Lavalyadini, Anglusi. So there are this Karir. These are type of bushes you find here in Braj. There is a small fruit which comes in that, and you make pickle from that. And lovely is another one. And this is not the English lovely. This is the Sanskrit lovely.
Sandhit is also type of fish.
Sandhit achar.
means
Sandhit means pickle. So Anglishu, Vamapani Angli Sandhishu. Panir Vistarartham iti bhava. So this things he is holding in between the fingers. So he says that he is doing this. Why is he holding his? He says according to make the finger spread more. Your palm. So you can hold more food there. So panir vistarartham iti bhava. Or alternatively he gives another meaning. Tatfalani tatprayojani bhutan kshudra grasan dakshin pani angulisi bibhrat mukh pravesh yogyan bahutar grasan. Or the fruits are actually on the right side of the hand, and he is maybe taking little from here and taking a little bite from those along with it, like you take yogurt rice and little pickle with it and eat. So kshudra grasan means small bite. Dakshina pani angulishu bibhrat mukh pravesha yogyan, which can go inside the mouth. Bahutar grasan tatah prithak kritya grihitum eva vamapanam brihat kaval grahanam gayam. So on the left hand he is having more food, from which he takes small parts with his right hand and puts in his mouth. Karnika eva sarvabhimukho madhya tishtan swair narambhiriti. So as it was described, like a lotus flower, and the sakhas are like the mandalakar, they are making a row around him, and he is at the center of the flower, and everybody is looking at him. So swair narambhiriti, with his narma sakhas. Bho bhringa kim man mukhabhimukham dhāvatah sukumaram madhumangalam purasthitam pibata. So Krishna saw that there was one bhringa, or a honeybee, which was circling around. So he is telling to that honeybee, why are you looking at my face? Go to Madhumangal.
in the spitting at Madhu Mandala.
Mangal.
Mandala Mandala would not make sense.
Madhumangal is a name. What is Mandal?
Sure.
He's sending the bee to the Madhumangal. So Madhumangalam purah sthitam pibata. So he says his name is Madhu, and you like Madhu, so go drink from his mouth. Means bite him. That is the idea. So Madhumangalam purah sthitam pibata. Madhumangal, who is sitting right in front of me, drink honey from him. What will you get from me? Bho vayasya brahman kumaram mam kim bhringai khadesi. So then Madhumangal is saying that, my friend, do you know that I am a son of a Brahmana? Because Madhumangal is a Brahman. So you want that this honeybee comes and bite me? Is this the dharma? Is this what you want to do? Brahmahatyayam api tena bhayam. Are you not afraid of the sin of killing a Brahmana? You are sending this Madhu Makhi, honey bee, to me, because honey bee is also called Madhu Makshika, and his name is Madhumangal. So he says, you want that she should come and kill me and attack me, right? Because taking honey is called Madhusudan. Of course his name is Madhusudan, he should say go to him. But Sudan means killing. So he says, you are not afraid of the sin of Brahmahatya, killing a Brahmana. So bho etad vanastha vanara yusmashu bubhukshusu jagratsu api matpriya sakha nirvignam bhunjate tadalakshitam agachata. And then he is calling the monkeys that, oh, monkeys who are in the forest, what are you doing? How is it that my friends are quietly eating and you are hungry and awake and you are not coming and taking food from them? Come quietly. So yusmashu bubhukshusu jagratsu api. You are hungry and you are awake. And matpriya sakha, my friends, nirvignam bhunjate, they are eating without any obstacle. Tadalakshitam agacha, come quietly and eat. Tasya narma satya sankalpata shakti lila shakti bhyamapi swamin prabho kautukartham yadi bhojne vignam ihase tarhi avabhyam tadartham brahma samprati eva aniyate iti alakshitam anumoditam iti jayam. So when Krishna was thinking like this, and because he has Satya Sankalpa Shakti, means his wish happens, and his Leela Shakti, so they both thought that our master wants an obstacle in his lunch. He is thinking that monkeys should come, bees should come and trouble. So he is looking for an obstacle. So we should bring an obstacle. And who is the biggest obstacle? Brahma. So therefore we should bring Brahma to come and create obstacle in his lunch. So in this way, when Krishna was thinking like this, so they also approved of it. He says, okay, no problem, we'll do this. Swarge loke tadvasi jan vrinde mishati ascharyena pashyati sati. So when he was eating like this, then the residents of Swarga, they were looking in great wonder. Yagyabhuk yajyesu uddesha matrena samarpitam anupahatam mantraputam eva havis vikara matrena eva bhanjano api. So why the word yajya is used here? It is to indicate that he is the same person who takes only that food which is offered for him. Right? Devata uddesh matrena dravyatagya. That is what is yaga is. So you have to chant the mantra, then only he will take. Without mantra he does not take. And now he is taking here by force also. Maybe he is stealing, forget about mantra chanting. And samarpitam anupahatam. And he takes only that which is untouched by anyone else. And that also mantra putam eva, that which has been purified with the mantras. That is the food that he accepts. So havis vikara matrena eva bhunjano api. And there also he does not eat it. He only just accepts it mentally. But here everything is just opposite. He is actually eating. This is not purified by any mantras. Nobody is chanting Krishna Swaha, etc. Krishna idam namama. Right? All that is not being chanted. But still he is eating, which has been even given by someone else, already eaten, half eaten. So that's why these devatas are wondering, because devatas also don't accept anything like this. So that is the significance of this word. So balai saha kelir mitho. So there it is said that balakeli. So balakeli means he is enjoying this along with the children. Bhuktanna dana pradana bhojana slagha slaghana nindanadi mai yasya. So what is the keli? Keli means play. So he is bhukta anna dana pradana, food which is already eaten, half eaten, that he is giving or accepting, and then he is praising or criticizing. He says, what is this? Doesn't taste good, and throws away. Tell your mother she didn't cook well. So that's how he is yajna bhuk bal akele.
Just one small question came here that when I think there is some echo in the but I mean the point was that when Krishna is enjoying his lunch with his friends and there is like then why is he wants some vegan like other monkeys or that Leela Shakti is saying okay then Brahma. So why the vegan in the enjoyment?
That is also keli. That is the meaning of bal keli. Don't you place? Don't you enjoy with children like this in your childhood?
But some obstacle coming like Brahma and disturbing.
Yeah, obstacle is also enjoyment.
Babaji, why is Brahma considered an obstacle by them?
Brahma is not obstacle, Brahma is going to create obstacle.
But you said he's the biggest obstacle.
And it means he is the one who is going to create. He is intelligent to create obstacle, he need intelligence or not? Right?
They know that, so they already know what's going to happen.
Those who are intelligent children, they are more naughty. Right? So he has got 4 heads. He will think. सती सप्तमी ये आएगी सती सप्तमी इसको बोलते. When one activity is happening and then other happens, then it is the 7th case. So any other question? भारत एवं वत्सपेषु भुञ्जानेषु अच्युतात्मसु वत्सास्तु अंतर्वने दूरम वेवशु strinaloਭita. So now when they were eating like this, evam vatsapeshu bhunjaneshu, same 7th case, sati saptami. So Sukdev Maharaj says that, O Bharata, O Parikshita, in this way when the Vatsapas, the cowherd boys, they were eating like this, Achyuta Atmasu, they who are very dear to Krishna or to whom Krishna is very dear, at that time what happened? The calves, they entered deep into the forest. So vatsastu antarvane duram vivishu. So they went further down into the forest, means they were not visible to them anymore. They were eating and the calves were also grazing nearby, so they're having their eye also on them. But now they went too far away, deeper into forest. Why did they do that? Trinalobhita. Because they were very much attracted by the green grass. Further deep. So they went away. So when this happened, then the children suddenly realized that calves are not there. We are enjoying the food here, but where are our calves? So therefore, tan drishtva bhaya santrastan uche krishna asya bhi bhayam mitrani ashan ma viramata iha aneshve vatsakanam. So suddenly when they saw that the calves are not there, then they all became full of anxiety. That what happened to our calves? So tan drishtva bhaya santrastan. So when he saw that they were full of fear, then Krishna, he spoke to them as follows. Krishna, who whom the fear personified fears. So he said, Mitrani Ashat Ma Viramata. He says, please don't stop from eating, continue, don't disturb your meal, your lunch. So, Ihe Aneshye Vatsakan hai. I will go and I will bring the calves. So, you don't need to worry about that. I will take care of that. Swasya Vishwasya Ya Bhis Tasyapi Bhayam Bhayaprada ityartha. Swasya Bhi Bhayam, Asya he says, Asya refers to the Vishwasya, means this universe. So that which causes fear to the universe, Krishna causes to fear even to that person. Therefore he says, Asya Bhi Bhayam. He said, He Mitrani iti Sneham Suchayati. So this statement or this calling them as Mitrani signifies great affection towards them, because the word Mitra comes from Mid Snehane Dhatu, which means affection. So Sneham Suchayati. Ashat means Bhojanat, that do not stop this. Slokoyam Navaksharaik Pado Anuštubheda iti prancha. So it's a very unusual that this sloka has got one extra syllable in the second line. Instead of 16 it has 17. Although I don't see any reason why he has to do it. Instead of Vatsakan he should have said Vatsan. So it seems it is also some variety of Anushtup Chanda. That is the explanation given by previous commentator.
Asya Vishwasya Yabhi Tasya Api Bhayam Prada. Asya means Vishwasya, Vishwaka. Yabhi
means that fear.
So इस विश्व का जो भी है, तस्य अपि भयप्रदा.
उसको भी जो डराता है, मृत्यु से सबका भय है ना.
विश्व का डर indirectly मृत्यु.
So इति उक्त्वा द्रिदरि कुंज गहवरेषु आत्मवत्सकान् विचिन्वन् भगवान कृष्ण सपाणि कवलो ययौ. So now speaking like this, iti uktva, then Krishna he left in search of the calves, and he went into the caves, kunjas, deep forest, and Atma Vatsakan, looking for his calves, which in one Bhagavan Krishna Sapani Kavalam. And how he was? He is still holding his food on his left hand. He is walking like that, maybe walking and also eating because he was hungry. So that's why he had a lot of food on his palm. So he is going around and searching. He did not put the food down and then let me wash my hands and search. He goes with it. So who wants to give the tasty food? Especially if you are hungry. So Sapani Kavala iti Vatsa Anveshana Samayepi Kinchid Bhoktum iti Bhav. So Sapani Kavala, it is indicative that even while he was searching, in between he was also eating. So this is quite strange that he goes along with the food. So now comes Brahma. Brahma was already hanging around there because he came to see what is this big festival going on, why everybody is singing songs. So he appeared there, and Now he will create the obstacle. Ambho janma janistadantaragatau mayarbhakasya ishitu drashtum manju mahittamanyadapi tadvatsanita vatsapan nitvanyatra kurudvahantar dadhat khevastito yapura drishtva ghashara mokshanam prabhavata prapta param vishmayam. So ambho janma jani tadanantar gata. So ya khe avasthita ya pura. Earlier who was situated in the sky because he was seeing. So that Brahma who was very much impressed and surprised, prabhavata prapta param vishmayam. He has seen the killing of, he did not see the killing but he saw the liberation of Aghasura. Because by the time he came, Aghasura was killed, but the light was hanging outside. So he saw the light entering. So drishtva aghasura mokshanam prabhavataha praptaha param vishmayam. So he was already surprised that this little boy, he is God because this asura was killed and his atma entered into his body. So this was great surprise to him. So now he wanted to see some more Leela, beautiful pastime of Krishna. So drashtum manju mahitvam anyadapi, something more. This was wonderful, but he said, since I have come here, why not have little more darshan of Krishna Leela? Why go just like that? So drishtva manjum mahitvam anyadapi tatvatsanito vatsapan. So what did he do? He took away first the vatsas. He stole them. And then when Krishna went in search of them, then he took away vatsapas also. So anyway, the children wanted the cows, right? So he put them together. So nitva anyatra kurudvaha antar dadhat. So he took them somewhere and he hid them. So previously people used to do that. They used to steal cows at night, or when we are grazing they will quietly catch and then hide them in the cave or somewhere. And then when you search for them, then there used to be panchayat. Village people will gather together. They will come to know that they have it. Then they will say, give us this much money, we will release. So this is what he did also. Maya arbhakasya ishitu. So Krishna is called Maya arbhaka. Means he is human child doing his Nar-Līlā. He wanted to show his power to him. So ambho janma janis tadantargato. Who is Brahma? He is the one who is born from that thing which takes birth from water. Ambha means water, and from ambho janma is lotus, and ambhoja janma jani is Brahma. So basically he is grandchild of water, isn't it? Because ambha is water, water's child is lotus, lotus child is Brahma. So he is the son of water.
The meaning of Maya arbhakasya ishitu?
Maya arbhaka is Krishna, ishitu means control. Ishitu means the controller, the Sasti. Maya arbhakasya ishitu. One who controls his Maya. His Mahima. Manju Mahitvam Drashtam. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti gives a nice meaning to Ambhoja Janmana. He says Ambhoja Janmana Kamala Janir Yasya iti. So he says Brahma is one who is born from the lotus. So lotus is jada, right? Lotus is not live person. Lotus is inert. So therefore Brahma is also inert. Means jada means not smart, dull. Jada here means dull. And because the father is dull, the son is also dull. Or he is coming from jala. Jala, dalyor, ralyor, akyam. Right? In Sanskrit you can have exchange la into da or ra. So jala will become jada. So he is grandson of jada. Therefore he is not so smart. Sa chetano api Brahma jada eva. So although Brahma is actually conscious being, but he is actually dull. He is inert. Why is that? Yadayam bhagvantam parikshitum mahamayavini api tasmin mayam vitatan iti akshepo dhvaniti. That why he is not smart or why he is dull-headed and too much dull-headed, because he has got 4 heads. So because Krishna, who himself is Mahamayavi, he is the master of all Maya, and he want to express or display his Maya on Krishna, who is Mahamayavi. Tasmin Mayam Vitatana. So that is why he is being called here as Ambhoja Janmajani. Otherwise, why use such a word for him? Could have called it Chaturmukhi, something, Swambhuva. There are so many other names for Brahma. Why this particular name has been used here? So this is the Vyanjana. That there is an akshep here on Brahma. So this is Dhvani. Atra Vatsan, now he brings out very nice sense from this. Atra Vatsan Pulinam Aninye Yatha Purva Sakham Swakam Iti Uttara Grantha Virodhat Nitya Vijnanananda Swarupasya Bhagavatas Tatpriya Sakhanam Balkanam Cha Chaturmukha Maya Mohanam Anochityam Atra Vyakhya. Na Vyakhya. So he says that one should not explain that Brahma, he was able to spread or display his Maya on Krishna and cowherd boys. Because to steal the cowherd boys, he has to also bewilder them. And then Krishna also has to be bewildered. So he says it is not possible. Because Krishna is Sachidananda, he is Nitya Vigyan. Vigyan means awareness. He is eternally situated in knowledge. Awareness means he cannot fall under the influence of Maya. If you fall under somebody's delusion, means your awareness is lost. You start mistaking the rope for snake. So he says Nitya Vigyan Ananda Swarupasya. He is Bhagwan. And also his friends are like that. They are all his Antaranga Shakti, his expansion. So he says, therefore it is not possible for Brahma to spread his Maya on them. He cannot, Brahma's Maya cannot influence Krishna and cowherd boys. And it also goes against what will be described later on in the next chapter, where he says, Vatsan Pulinam Aninye Yatha Purva Sakam Swakam, that Krishna brought the Sakhas as before. I think it is Krishna only, or is it Brahma, to see who is the agent. So anyway, he says that it is not possible. Yattu putanadinam api maya bhagavan matradinam api mohanam तत्खलु विस्मय रस आधायक तत्त लीला सिद्ध्यर्थम लीला शक्त्या अनुमोदना देव न तो स्वतः. So one may say, well, why is it not possible? Because Putana has spread her Maya on Mother Yashoda, Rohini and other gopis when she came and took Krishna and started feeding her breast to her. And they thought that she is some Lakshmi or whoever. So if it is possible, then why it is not possible here? If Yashoda Mata can be put under influence of Putana's Maya, why the Sakhas of Krishna cannot be put under the influence of Brahma's Maya? After all, Brahma is more powerful than Putana. So he says in that case, that bewilderment of the mother and the gopis of Bhagavan, that is because it was approved by the Leela Shakti of Krishna himself, so that this wonderful pastime of killing of Putana could be performed. Vishmera sadhayak tat Leela. So natu swata, it is not because of just the Maya of Putana. अत्र तो ब्रह्म माया कृष्ण सखानाम केवल स्वाप्नेन का लीला सिद्धि अतएषाम योग माया एवं मोहनम. Therefore here, if Brahma's Maya is going to put the friends of Krishna into sleep, then there is nothing special which will happen with that. So therefore he says that this was the act of Yoga Maya only. As it will be again said in the next chapter, Krishna Maya Hatatmana iti agram vakyachya, that it was because of the influence of Krishna's Maya. Nacha Krishna Maya mohitanam eva tesham brahma kartrikam anyatra nainam vyakhyam. Now he says that also don't think that it is Krishna's Maya which put the boys to sleep and then Brahma stole them. Because Brahma stole, so either Brahma is the one who puts them in sleep, or it is Krishna's Maya, but stealing was done by Brahma. So he says that neither Brahma was able to influence them by his Maya, nor Brahma stole those boys which were influenced by Krishna's Maya. The ones which were stolen by Brahma were just another set. They were total Maya.
So the sense here is that Krishna put Brahma in Maya?
No. Krishna, he will explain now. Brahma tadantare tasmin avsare gata agata san anyadapi mahitvam. No. So, nacha Krishna Maya mohitanam eva tesham brahma kartrikam anyatra nainam vyakyam uprishthadete atra kutratya man maya mohitare iti brahma vakyanantram satya ke katre netu gyatum neshte kathanchana iti shukakti. So, because these children, they thought that only half a moment has passed being influenced by Krishna's Maya. And Brahma himself will say that I am unable to understand that who are these other set of children here, because there are other kids which are influenced by my Maya. So what does it really mean? He says, Nahi Krishna Sakhanam asatyatvam tena vaktum uchitam mato maikanam eva balvatsanam harnam brahmana kritam iti eva matra vyakhyam. So it was also not that when Brahma came and he saw, then these friends who were sitting with Krishna and eating like before, they were not real. They were also real. So then what did he steal? So he says that he stole another set of children which were created by Maya, and he took them away. So Krishna has put his friends under the influence of his Maya, so they fell into sleep. And then another set of children was created, and those one were stolen by Brahma. And then Krishna will expand himself. So just like Sita was stolen by Ravana, so that was Maya Sita. So Brahma stole Maya Sakhas. That is the explanation.
So, one question is the first set get sleep, and they were in what place they were?
Here somewhere in the forest.
In the forest. Okay. So then it was just Krishna's illusion to Brahma. I mean, the Brahma Vimohan Lila is characterized by Brahma take them, but it's actually Krishna who take them and who shit.
Yes. That's why it says.
Babaji Maharaj, so basically these, the one created, this Maya Gopal, they were also put to sleep, and the actual Gopal, they were also put to sleep. Both sets were sleeping. Like one was with Krishna's Maya Shakti, another was with not with Brahma's Maya Shakti, but again Krishna's Maya Shakti, but then illusion was only for. So basically he came to bewilder, but then he himself got bewildered.
Right. And that he will speak later on.
So, Maharaj, there are three sets of sakhas. One is created by Brahma. I mean, one is...
And they're created by Krishna only, not Brahma. If Brahma creates, he will know I am creating them. Brahma did not know.
So one is created by Krishna and stolen by Brahma.
Yes.
And one is to which Krishna expands.
And one, those original ones,
So
he puts them to sleep.
Actual ones.
Yeah.
महाराज ये अत्र तू के बाद प्लीज एक बार दोबारा एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए, समझ नहीं आया. अत्र तू ब्रह्म माया या कृष्ण सखा नाम.
Where is Atra?
न तो स्वतः के बाद लीला शक्ति अनुमोदनम एवं न तो स्वतः अत्र तू ब्रह्म माया.
He is saying that this, if just comparing that in case of Putana, they were bewildered by Leela Shakti, so that Krishna was able to perform this Leela of killing. Atratu Brahma Maya Krishna Sakhanam Keval Swapnena Ka Leela Siddhi. Here if they sleep by Brahma's Maya, then what will be the Leela Siddhi? Atayesham Yoga Maya Eva Mohanam. Therefore this bewilderment is done by Yoga Maya. This will be understood from Krishna Maya Hatatmana. So all these statements which come here later, they all have to be synthesized. Otherwise, there has to be ekvakyata. So Brahma tadantare tasmin avsare gata agata. So then Brahma came at that point, and anyadapi mahitvam mahimanam drashtum arvakasya ishitu Sri Krishnasya. Why he came here? Because he wanted to see some other glorious act of Krishna, the Supreme Controller. Vatsan itaha pulinat vatsapanscha anyatra nitva antardadhatiro babhuve. So he took the calves and the cowherd boys from the bank of the Yamuna, took them elsewhere and hid them. Yat tan maya bhagavan maya karanakam eva tat sarvam maya mohita eva brahma mahitvam drashtum maya kalpitan eva vatsan vatspan anyat anayadityartha. So the meaning is that the set of calves and cowherd boys which were taken by Brahma, they were all maya kalpita. They were not the real one. That is the meaning. Adya maya maya mohitva चौरितेषु वत्स वत्सपेषु किमयम ऐश्वर्यम किमपि अद्भुतम करोति इति ज्ञात्वा किम स्वयं तानेव आनयति मह्यम प्रार्थिष्यते वा न किमपि ज्ञास्यति वा इति विचारो माया मोहिनम विना तस्य न संभवेत. So Brahma was thinking that now when he will see that and being bewildered by Maya, by my Maya, because I have stolen all these calves and cowherd boys, so what wonderful majesty he is going to express. What special wonderful thing will he do? Kim swayam tan eva anayati. Will he go and bring them back himself? The one which I have stolen, will he do that? Or mahyam prarthishyate? Or is he going to pray to me, please bring my friends and calves back? Na kimapi gyashyati va iti. Or is it that he will not know anything what is going on? What is he going to do? That's what I want to see. Iti vicharo maya mohinam vina tasya na sambhavet. So this kind of thinking in Brahma cannot happen unless Brahma is bewildered by his Maya. So he came to bewilder Krishna, but Krishna bewildered him. Atas tasmin choretu mudyate sati yog maya eva satyan vatspalkan achadye bahirang maya dwara sadya kalpitan eva tans tasmin adarshyat iti jaya. So this is the conclusion. Therefore, when Brahma wanted to steal the calves or cowherd boys, then Yogamaya, what she did that? Vatspalkan achadya, she covered the real cowherd boys, and by the Bahirang Maya created another set. So only these Mike cowherd boys were stolen by Brahma. That is the understanding. Prabhavatah prabhavo krishnat aghasarasya mokshanam drishtva yo vismayam prapta. That is the last part of the verse, that he was astonished to see the liberation of.
Maharaj, here in the verse it is said that Brahma did all this to see the Drashtum Manjum Mahitvam. But here Shripad Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is explaining as that when he stole this, so these three things he wanted to see, whether he is Kim Karoti, Kim Aishwaryam api, Kim api Adbhutam Karoti, Gyatva, Kim Swayam Tan Anveshyati, Mayam Prarthishyate, Vana, Kim api Gyasyati iti vicharo. So how this, this is not Manjul Mahima. These two things seem contradictory. So
why?
How do we explain this?
What is contradictory? If he is going to bring them, that will not be something extraordinary. How he is going to bring them? He is here on the earth and he has taken them there. How will he bring? How is he going to bring?
So, okay, this is Manjul Mahima.
Yeah.
Okay, first point. What about second and the third? Whether when he's praying to Brahma or...
So that also is Manju, that also is beauty in that now he is going to pray to me. I want to see how he prays to me. What do you think of Manju Mahima?
Manju Mahima means like something extraordinary. Something...
Yeah, so this is what he is saying. He doesn't know what he is going to do. He wants to see. So he says, will he do this? Will he do that? I want to see. For him everything is Manju. You are only having your idea of Manju Mahima. Any other question?
So is this related to the name of Brahma Vimohan Lila and not only Mohan? Because in that sense Brahma was cheating two times. The first time when he was thinking that he was taking the real, and the second time when he realized that actually Krishna himself expanding all this and all of this. Can be taken like that, like a big illusion in the sense that was cheating two times by him.
Yes. Okay.